my childhood, it's just not much to tell, really. I mean, my mother was a lesbian with an innate gift for... Please don't say "oh" like that, as if it were something. It was nothing. It is nothing. She was simply a lesbian. Is simply a lesbian. Except in her day, it didn't have the socio-political cachet it has nowadays. There was still a certain stigma and prejudice against it. So in a moment of reckless abandon, she married father, pretended to be happy, enacted rapture in his embrace, hence me. It's not to imply it was all smooth sailing from then on, though. They were completely mismatched. And not just in that sense, but in every sense. They hardly ever fought, which was a blessing, but that was due largely to the fact that they never spoke to one another to begin with. My upbringing was placed in the muscular hands of a rather solemn woman from Bulgaria named Sophia, oddly enough, who herself spoke very little, and what brief utterances she did make were in some obscure Slavic dialect that I have been told is all but extinct. So it made for a peaceful, rather remote childhood. Eventually, my mother's relationship with Sophia developed into one of less commercial overtones, which made Sophia appear far less solemn, but no less taciturn. Whilst father, rather predictably, began pursuing local women of a more flavorful character whose appetites were more in rapport with his own. I came to be viewed by both as somewhat of an embarrassing aberration, resulting from a period in their lives they both hope to soon forget. But other than that, it was dull as dishwater.